Hey guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but Schoolies are on at the moment, and according to the news, just like every single year it happens, it's a national disgrace. I feel like whenever Schoolies happens, every single news outlet in the country collectively goes, "Oh, Schoolies are happening, what should we say about that? Oh, I don't know, how about exactly what we said last year? Oh, yeah, right. And then they run the same 3 news articles pretty much word for word every single year. First one, Schoolies getting drunk. Second one, Schoolies having fights. And third one, a classic and my favourites, Schoolies not wearing helmets while riding scooters in Bali. Granted, that last one is quite specific, but no joke, I fucking researched this shit. Every single year since 2012, you can actually find an article that complains about Schoolies not wearing helmets while they ride scooters. It's fucking insane. Every single year. But I think I know why it happens. This is why kids on Schoolies don't wear helmets. The news never talks about people getting hurt if they don't wear a helmet. So Schoolies kids, they watch the news and they go, well shit, I don't need my helmet for riding a scooter. What I really need the helmet for is for walking down the street, because king hits on Schoolies are being handed out like pills in the bathroom. Speaking of pills, the news is always talking about crazy things that Schoolies do when they get drunk, but then they'll show a video clip of some like 18-year-old international student who just 2 weeks ago got a 99.5 on her fucking ATAR, but tonight on Schoolies, she's scaling the side of an apartment building wearing nothing but 6-inch heels and a Supre dress. Hey, Channel 9, she didn't decide that was a good idea after a couple of sucks on the goon bag. No, that plan was conceived after 2 tabs of acid and a cocaine-coated finger bang. Besides, this is Australia. We have one of the biggest binge drinking cultures in the world, and that's literally a scientifically proven fact. By the time we hit 18 and make it to the Gold Coast, even the girls are heavyweights. Fuck it, especially the girls. And the guys, well, they've had goon in the womb, weed in their teens, and so it's time for Schoolies on meth. I know that last one doesn't rhyme, but if you smoke meth, everything starts to rhyme, even the fucking furniture. But the news rarely talks about drugs on Schoolies, because even when it's right under their nose, or rather right inside the nose of the person they're interviewing currently, they don't notice because they don't speak the lingo that kids do. Take this clip from Channel 10 for example.
G'day, love. How's it going? Good. Who do we have?
This is supposed to be a funny video of a girl rejecting a guy called Jeff because he's not attractive enough, but actually what you're watching is a guy talking about how many drugs he's had and the interviewer being too old to understand the fucking words he's using. Make sure you pay attention to what the guys actually say and then read the subtitles to see what the interviewer thought they said.
Marissa, these boys reckon they've been getting heaps of party passions. What do you think of them? Are they good looking or?
Jeff is. What about Jeff? Come on, Jeff.
Chicken the sunnies.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
What about if I take him off? No, he's too pinging for you. Too pinging for you. Pinging for you.
I'm sorry. Did you mean pingers?
So the guy says, oh, I'm probably too pinging for you, because he showed the girl his pupils and they were probably the size of dinner plates. But because the interviewer is too fucking old to understand what's going on, he's written the caption as, oh, I'm probably too European for you. Really, bro? European? Nah, man. That guy's on fucking drugs. Hey, what are you doing, mate? You can't do drugs at work.
Oh, what? No, bro, I'm not doing drugs at work, man. I'm just European.
But if there's one thing that the Australian media hates more than kids on Schoolies not wearing helmets while they ride scooters, it's this. Toolies. Toolies are the most evil people in Australia, next to dodgy mechanics, of course. Imagine a world where 23-year-old experienced men prey on young 18-year-old inexperienced naive girls fresh out of high school. Oh, you don't need to imagine that? Oh, because it happens at every single nightclub in the country? Oh, okay. Well then, how come I haven't seen Tracy Grimshaw grilling qualified tradies in the smokers section of Revs? If you really want to talk about toolies taking advantage of kids, why don't we talk about the army of 35-year-old television journalists, media reporters and camera crew who have been flying to the Gold Coast every single year for the last decade, filming as many upskirts and king hits as they can, just so Tracy Grimshaw can have a break from complaining about burnouts for 5 minutes. Hey, media, here's a novel idea, just a suggestion for you. Maybe the problem isn't kids celebrating the fact they've finished their high school days. Maybe the problem is you making that celebration sound like it's the apocalypse every year it happens, despite the fact that police who actually live and work there every single year keep reporting that year upon year, Schoolies is getting safer and safer and safer. Why don't you talk about that instead of filming kids off their face having fun and calling it news? Oh, that's right, because you're parasites.